So we've talked a lot about the positives around the tech app, why we built it, where we feel a lot of these benefits come from for not only us technicians in the field and our clients, but what are some of the downsides that we're seeing, if any, as it relates to the tech app? What are some of the challenges that we didn't know going in that we maybe later unveiled and said, oh, you know what? Didn't think about that as being a challenge or a problem or an issue or whatever. I mean, adoption with the technicians in the field has got to be one of those, I would think.
Yep, a lot to say about that. Yeah.
When you've got an overly saturated world of apps, and then so here's Kinettix adding yet another one into that mix. Does that pose challenges of getting adoption out there or?
It definitely poses challenges with vendors adopting the app. They want the opportunities, they want the work. There's no issues there.
Sure.
In fact, we already have hundreds of vendors using our app just because they want the opportunities, they want the work. But you're right, it's a much bigger challenge for technicians. And the reason for that, I think, is what you just described. It's like technician app proliferation, right? Like Work Market has their app, Field Nation has their app. I think there's ways to address that. One is if you make the tech's life legitimately easier because they're using the app, they're going to use the app. They just have to have that experience. And once they've had that experience and they realize it's easier to use the app than not to use it, they're going to continue to use it. Again, if they're bothered by all this communication and phone calls and emails, that might be one reason they do it. They don't want to have to confirm that they're on site, that might be another. If they don't have to go through the trouble of getting the deliverables back to the project coordinator or the PM, that might be another. But I think there's other really critical reasons why in the end we will get the tech adoption. One is payment, right? That's one of the things we kind of always knew would be a big deal. One of the reasons I think the technicians love Work Market is because of this idea of fast funds, right? Like they can decide to let Work Market take a small little percentage of their pay, but then they can basically get paid in real time, like almost like within a day or when they're leaving the site. And my understanding is like most of the technicians opt into that.
I'm not surprised why.
I'm not surprised why either. There's no reason we can't do that. So we can sort of like float the payment to the tech, even if we haven't received payment from our client, and we can do the same thing, right? So that will be a compelling reason. Right now, our direct techs, we don't always pay them super quickly. And this is a way to solve that problem.